A very good afternoon to you, and you're all welcome here to Semple Stadium, Thurles, on a lovely sunny October afternoon for the County Minor Hurling Championship final between Thurles Sarsfields and Ballingarry. Both sides had a nice path to this final. Thurles Sarsfields playing 6 games to reach this stage today, and Ballingarry playing slightly less, just 4 games. But here they are today for the blue ribbon of the Tipperary County Minor scene. Now, the teams and both sides lining out as follows. First of all, Thurles Sarsfields. In goal, Bill McCormack. Right cornerback, Liam Phelan. Fullback, Stephen Dorney. And left cornerback, Kevin O'Gorman. Right wing back, Paul Connors. Centre back, Paul McMahon. And left wing back, Michael Cahill. The centre of the field, Kieran O'Shea and Michael Gleeson. Right wing forward, Patrick Leahy. Centre forward, John Joe Burke. And left wing forward, Owen O'Dwyer. The full forward line on the right, Pat Burke. Full forward, Conor Maloney. And left corner forward, Jamie Lennon. The Ballingarry team are as follows. In goal, Kevin Crowe. Right cornerback, Daniel Fitzgerald. Fullback, Thomas Donovan. And left cornerback, Daniel Findlay. The half-back line on the right, Matt Tracy. Centre-back, Thomas McGrath. And left wing-back, Kevin Fitzgerald. The centre of the field, Tom Butler and James Skippy Maher. The half-forward line, number 10, Carol Rotherham. Centre-forward, James Logue. And left wing-forward, Kieran Shelley. The full-forward line, number 13, Michael Ivers. Full forward, Gerard Fitzgerald. And left corner forward, Adrian Clear. Now, the referee for today's encounter will be John Cleary of Knockshagowna, ably assisted by his linesman Jimmy Cahill of Kilruane McDonald's and Neil McGrath of Burgess. Our umpires today will be Tom Kennedy, Pete Morris, Sean Morris and Sean Cleary. So, with most of the officialdom out of the way, we will shortly have the game underway in what promises to be a lively encounter. Now, and we're almost ready to start 2006 County Minor Hurling Championship final. The game is on, and thrusting for possession early on in the game. Thurles man in possession now. He's Patrick Maher flicks it over into that far corner, going back to cover off there and trying to collect it. We're collecting it now is Daniel Finlay. Daniel Finlay be shepherded towards the sideline. Ball goes out over the touchline and down there, and it's going to be a line ball to Thurles Sarsfields. Michael Gleeson looks as though he's going to be the one to take this one. Yes, indeed. Mike to try and set up the first attack. Thurles playing into the town goal in this first half. Little or no wind. Beautiful sunny afternoon. A beautiful cut inside there. Stopped inside there. Ballingarry man trying to get it out. The man who gets it out there is Kevin Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald gets it out into the centre of the field. Hands thrusting for it there. Ball going off the Thurles man hand. Being kicked ahead there by a Ballingarry man. Hooking about him. But the man has Michael Gleeson. Michael Gleeson has it now. Being tackled by 3 men. Slippery as a Neil. Deflects the ball inside, but it's intercepted for Ballingarry there by Carol Rotherham. He's hooked as he tries to get his puck in. Back out it goes now. Where Owen O'Dwyer. Owen O'Dwyer pans it infield there. Where he gets now to his other wing forward, Patrick Leahy. Patrick Leahy has it been busted and deemed to have fouled the ball there as he was surrounded by a number of Ballingarry players there. So it's a free out to Ballingarry. Their first of the afternoon and a chance for their first opening attack. The game just on about a minute and a half or so now. Is this free being taken for Ballingarry, sending a long ball right down, and Ballingarry man, the number 13 there, Kieran Shelley, being fouled there, and it's a free in and a chance for the opening score of the game. This free looks as though it's going to be taken by James Lowe. It's about 30 yards out or so, and about 25 or 30 yards in front touch. So a relatively easy opportunity, although it's hard to say if any of them are easy. Now, standing over it, this Kitoke style. Lifts now, strikes it, and it looks good, and it goes over the bar for the opening score of the game. A point for Ballingarry there by James Lowe. So it's 1 point for Ballingarry, no score for Thurles Sarsfields. Bill McCormack with his first taste of the action, right down the centre of the field. Evades a number of players and goes on. Well, one man who doesn't evade there for is Tom Butler. Tom Butler is hooked as he tries to get his bubbles, gets it straight into Michael Gleeson, Thurles Sarsfields. Low inside towards his full forward line, coming out to collect it. Well, I thought it was going to be a Thurles man, but it's coming away for there's a Ballingarry man, and he clears the ball upfield, sending Ballingarry into the attack. going back to cover off there now for Thurles is Paul Connors. Paul Connors takes it over towards the touchline. Going out to collect it there for Thurles is Kieran O'Shea. Kieran down into that corner forward position, going Peter and Tidder, the man who comes out of half where he loses possession now, and John Buck has it for Sarsfields, very close to the touchline, gets in his puck just the same. It doesn't get it very far. Stopped inside. The great save there by Thomas Donovan for the Ballingarry fullback. There goes to ground over there, and it's hard to see with the sunshine who has it. It's in the position of a Sarsfields. Now flicks it outside where it comes to Michael Deason. Michael Deason with a chance for the equalising score, and that he does. Beautifully struck on his left side and flying it over almost the black spot of the crossbar to bring the sides level. 1 point for Thurles Sarsfields, 1 point for Ballingarry after about 4 minutes of play or so. Kevin Crowe, the goalkeeper for Ballingarry, keeps it high up into holding up there, dropping in the central field. Half and players putting up their hands for the ball. The ball's a bit slippery. The man who has it now for Sarsfields is Patrick Maher. Patrick Maher keeping it close to the touchline. Directly cost there by Jamie Lenihan. Jamie Lenihan with a high shot that goes, and it's to the left and wide, but it was a very difficult angle. He was a bit avaricious in taking his puck there, I suppose, but hoping that he might get a spectacular score. It didn't happen, and it's a puck out for Ballingarry, straight into the middle of the field. Caught there by their centre back, number 6 there, Thomas McGrath. Thomas McGrath gets it in field. We've got out a bit there where it's correct. Is Michael Deason, first time striking there, down towards his full forward line there. Players thrusting for it there, batted out there, but going off to Pal Burke, the ball going to ground. Tussling for it, he's still tussling for it, being surrounded, but now getting a little bit of help. But the man who has it is a Ballingarry fullback. I think he's doing fierce foraging to get it, and he's on his knees. Another number of players, but he's hoosted out somewhere and got away come Ballingarry with the ball. And the man who has it now is Tom Butler for Ballingarry. Driving it up here, and players slipping all over the place on the slippery surface. A tussle for possession here, a race down, and the man who has it now a chance for him is Kieran Shelley. Kieran Shelley coming out today. His hook, wonderful back play there by the Sarsfields men. Back to collect it there is Michael Deason. Michael Deason playing even just down the centre field, back helping his own half back line. Flicks it ahead there when it comes to Michael Cahill. Michael Cahill outside, and a nice layoff there where it comes to Kieran O'Shea. Kieran O'Shea being tackled over there now by Kevin Fitzgerald. Gets in his puck just the same, and it goes to the... It's gone over the bar. Oh, a spectacular score there. A spectacular score by Kieran O'Shea there, putting Sarsfields in front. 2 points to 1. Well worked from their own back line, right out as far as O'Shea, who slotted it over from a very difficult angle. Chopped down there, and it's a free for Ballingarry. It's a harsh pull down on Matt Tracy there, so it's going to be a free for Ballingarry, and this one will be taken by Tom McGrath. Tom McGrath now just outside his own 65-metre line, standing well back, hoping to get maximum distance into this. The flag's almost completely still. He rises, he strikes it high up into the sun and the blue sky. It's looking good, and it's very good. A great puck there, and it's gone all the way over the bar to bring the sides back to level pegging. 2 points apiece. 7 minutes gone in the game, 7.5, and it's 2 points apiece. Puck out now from Bill McCormick. Bill McCormick trying the far side this one, and it's a long ball. But coming out to collect it, trying to collect it there first. Thurles is John Buck. The ball bounces off his chest, but he gets his second attempt. The man who has it, well, they stopped there, and Tom McGrath coming away, getting a great puck, inspired by that, and it looks another good one. Oh, great! Two magnificent points there in the space of a minute from the Ballingarry centre back. It's 2 points apiece. As the puck out is taken by Bill McCormick. Going down towards John Buck. John Buck has it now. He's deemed to have overcarried the ball and played it twice in the hand, so it's a free for Ballingarry, who lead at the moment by 3 points to 2. Well, to get here this afternoon, Thurles Sarsfields played a total of 6 games and scored 11 goals and 105 points, and conceded a total of 8 goals and 57. So they'll be hoping to add quite a substantial total to that this afternoon. As once again, this time it's a free for Ballingarry and Tom McGrath. Tom giving him plenty of air again. This one will drop in the 14-metre line. Players going up for a there ball. Bounces pulled on inside there. Stop and comes outside. Where Kieran Shelley has it. I think it's a lovely strike. It wasn't Kieran Shelley. In fact, it was Kieran Shelley who struck it, and it went straight over the bar. So now it's 4 points to 2. 4 points to 2. McCormick again. Bill McCormick. Pucking out, keeping it away down that far side again. That's certainly in possession now for Sarsfields this time. The buck flicks it outside where he gets it out to Ono Dwyer. Ono Dwyer's puck is half knocked down. Fierce tight marking in there. Players trying to get in, others trying to get it out. Eventually it comes to Tom Butler. Tom Butler for Ballingarry gets it into the centre of the field. And going after it now to try and collect it well, and collects it now. A nice piece of work there by Adrian Clear. Adrian Clear taking it over to the side here now. Now two players going for the one who evades both of them. The Ballingarry man is closer to it, very close to the touchline. Succeeds in doing the ball. Ricochets there off his stick. James Lowe's stick, and it's gone. I'm not too sure which way he's giving. He's giving it a Ballingarry ball. It must have come off the Thurles Sarsfields stick. So a line ball for Ballingarry. This one to be taken by Adrian Clear. Adrian Clear now thinking about a short one there now, but decides to go for a longer one. That he does, and gets into the back line there. It's gone, and it's gone out over the backs and forwards there, and it's gone out wide. So it still remains 4 points for Ballingarry, 2 points for Thurles Sarsfields. Just coming up to almost 10 minutes gone in this first half. Bill McCormack gets it out to that far side, half batted down there by Kevin Fitzgerald. Trusted for possession, very difficult to see who has it. But the man who has it now is the Thurles number 7, Michael Cann. Michael Cann very close to touch it, pans inside. A great interception there, where he breaks kindly there for Michael Gleeson. Gleeson looks at the sticks, fires it in and fires it over the bar. A neat piece of opportunism there by Michael Gleeson, reducing the deficit to just a 1 point. 4 points for Ballingarry, 3 points for Sarsfields. Kevin Croke gets it out into the centre of the field. Players going up for a cut there, and well, it's caught this time by the other number 6, and that is Patrick Maher. Patrick Maher with a high ball, it drops straight, and it's a goal! It's gone dropped. Oh, it deceived goalkeeper Kevin Croke. An absolutely opportunist goal there for Thurles Sarsfields. Went all the way to the net from Patrick Maher's stick, and it's now reads 1 goal and 3 points for Sarsfields, 4 points for Ballingarry, but Ballingarry isn't going to lie down. Into position there, Tom McGrath, who's playing at centre forward, even though down listens to play at centre back. Going over there, coming out for Thurles men now is Kevin O'Gorman. Kevin O'Gorman fixed it inside there. He gets it straight to his centre back again, and it's Patrick Maher. Patrick Maher freaking firing over to that far side there, over in the direction of Palmer, but the man who intercepts it there is Liam Phelan. Liam Phelan but his puck goes, and it goes straight to Thomas McGrath. Thomas McGrath giving it a high ball, dropping it, holding. Dangerous ball for back line under pressure. Here in the ball to go on here, players Thurles men trying to get it in, Ballingarry men trying to get it in, Thurles men trying to get it out. Could flicked out to that far side, going after there, still in the possession of Ballingarry men, but it seemed to have gone wide on that far side, so it's going to be a puck out for Sarsfields. Relief for the Thurles back line there as they came under pressure from that holding ball. Bill McCormack to puck out once again. And here comes Bill now, firing in a good ball right down the centre. Stopped there for Ballingarry by Matt Tracy. Matt Tracy loses position. He goes to Patrick Leahy. Patrick Leahy overruns the ball, but back goes Matt Tracy. Matt Tracy has his puck blocked down. Fierce close encounters here. Very difficult to get away with pucking the ball a long distance. But Ballingarry might getting it out of small, but coming away with it, palms it outside, so preciously close to the touchline. Neatly kept in play here by Adrian Clear. Clear goes away, being pursued by 2 men, being fouled there by Patrick Maher, and the referee is just going over there. He's giving a free in to Ballingarry. So this very delicately poised game, a chance now for, I presume it's James Logue is going to take this one. It is indeed. Now once again a bit more difficult than when he scored the very first point of the afternoon, but probably will be scoreable. Looks at the post now, bends, lifts, strikes, and it looks as though it has tailed. It's gone to the right and gone wide. Score remains 1-3 for Thurles Sarsfields, 4 points for Ballingarry. And we're coming up to about 13 and a half minutes or so gone in this first half. Bill McCormack with the puck out. It's a long ball down this side. This time in the direction there. It goes neatly into Patrick Leahy. Patrick Leahy tackled there from Matt Tracy. Gets out the second and tackled again. Great hooking there by the Ballingarry man. But the Thurles man persists. Takes a heavy shoulder there, but still gets away. And from a very acute angle, fires it over, but it's gone wide. Well, great tackling there by Daniel Fenley. He gave him the little nudge that threw him off balance as he was poking that one. So still remains 1-3 to 4 points. Here comes Kevin Crowe. Kevin keeping it over to that stand side and the far side where there's absolutely nobody today as it's closed due to renovations. Ball breaks now, corrected there for his Cal Rotherham. Cal Rotherham gets a high going up there as James Logue. Logue fails to hold on to it. Patrick Maher holds on to it for Sarsfields. Gets it down in the direction of Patrick Lee. He again puts up his hand. Knocked away from him there by Matt Tracy. In to help him there is Michael Gleeson. Gleeson has it now. Turns around. Doesn't get his puck very good. Gets it to a teammate. The man who has it now is John Joe Burke. John Joe Burke looks at the post. Strikes high and strikes accurately. And it's put Sarsfields 1 goal to the good. 1-4 to 4 points. Lovely piece of engineering there from the Sarsfields men, linking up very well and popping it over the lads. The puck out from Kevin Croke, right, dropping on the 60-metre line, and an attempt by Adrian Clear breaks to Thomas McGrath, being pursued by 2 Thurles men. Palms it into the no man's land, flicked out there by Thurles, breaks to McGrath again. McGrath flicks it neatly inside, into the open space again. Knocked out a bit there by Kevin O'Gorman. Had it to there by Paul Connors. Paul Connors firing defence into attack there for the Sarsfields men, but the defence there for Ballingarry very strong. Going across to that far side, cover off is Kevin Fitzgerald. Kevin Fitzgerald tackled, but still gets in his puck in the direction there of Cal Rotherham. Cal Rotherham now being tackled by 2 Thurlesmen, falls to the ground. One of them there is in possession now. It's Conor Maloney. Conor Maloney shot his puck in towards John Maher. Goes instead to Pa Burke. Pa Burke tackle, goes to the ground, being tackled by 2 men. Picks it up again. Neat little. This is the man, of course, who's stuck such beautiful scores for Tipperary in their march to the All-Ireland minor hurling title this year, and hoping to add a county championship medal to his tally this afternoon. And he won't do himself any harm if he can keep taking scores as he did it there. As the puck out is taken by Kevin Croke. Centre of the field, coming out to collect it now is Michael Ivers. Michael Ivers gets fouled as he goes to turn down. Is going to be a free in, and this looks a scoreable position for Ballingarry, who trail 1-4 to 4 points. Just about halfway through this first half. James Logue to take this one now. It's a bit further out, but it's more advantageous from the point of view of being in front of the post. He lifts, he strikes, it looks, and it's gone to the right and gone wide. Well, he'll not be happy with that. That was a scoreable chance, and you know, in a game so delicately poised, every chance that comes your way needs to be taken. However, it's still advantage Thurles, who lead by 2 points. 1-4, or by 3 points. 1-4, and they lead by 4 now. It's 1-5 to 4 points. Puck out, missed there by a Ballingarry man, not missed by the Thurles Sarsfields man. That's John Joe Burke. John Joe Burke has it now. Going off leg, gets it inside to its full forward line, and dangerous ball going after this Pa Burke being followed over there now by Daniel Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald taking around. Burke is coming in and on the touchline. Flicks it low, hard across the goal, and it goes. It's still not gone wide as players making their way down to it now. The Thurles man, the Ballingarry man, they're in Conor Maloney, and also there for his Daniel Fenney trying to get it out. Well, it's real struggle over in that far corner, and I think the referee will probably throw in the ball. Eventually the ball has gone out over the touchline, and it's going to be a line ball. I'm not too sure. It looks like a Thurles Sarsfields ball. Yes, it's going to be a Thurles Sarsfields ball, and this line ball is going to be taken by Jamie Lenihan. Well, Jamie will be hoping for a good centre here and hoping for one of his teammates to get on the end of it, and who knows what happened. He could rattle the onion bag again. Nice. Here he comes now, strikes it, keeps it low, doesn't get it very far, but and Ballingarry defence is there in the presence of the man in the white helmet being tackled, but coming away, tackled by 2 men, doesn't get his puck very far, it's intercepted there. Well, eventually breaks to Patrick Maher. Patrick Maher palms it in there where he gets it out to Michael Gleeson. Michael Gleeson evading his other, the Skippy Maher. Gets inside, but his puck goes astray. Half intercepted there for Ballingarry, who haven't it fully cleared yet, but they're doing everything they can. They're being pressurised there, and eventually it breaks to a Thurles Sarsfields man, Ono Dwyer's puck goes, and it's gone into the net again! Oh, it's another sensational goal! Oh dear, the sun must have blinded him, because he's had a disaster on 2 occasions where the ball has just dipped under the crossbar, and another, well, it can honestly be considered a fortuitous goal, but they all count. Sarsfields lead by 2-5 to 4 points. And certainly the amount of possession that Ballingarry have had, they don't deserve to be that far behind, but that's how the game goes. Meanwhile, there's an injury, I think, to Tom Butler. Tom Butler is injured at the moment for Ballingarry. And Ballingarry, to get this far today, we already mentioned Sarsfields, to get this far they had played 4 games and they total scored a goal, 20 goals and 130 points, 199 points. And their total conceded was 15 goals and 104 points, 149. So we can at least add 2 goals to the 17 goals they've conceded anyway so far in this game. Now, puck out to be taken by Kevin Croke. Kevin trying to put those 2 mishaps behind him there now as he gets it out into the centre of the field towards his centre forward. Stopped there by Patrick Maher, but he's ahead there for Ballingarry in towards that full forward line. Coming out is Kevin O'Gorman. Kevin O'Gorman has it, shakes off a tackle, gets it to a teammate there, and this occasion relieves the pressure and gets it up along the wing. Coming out to collect it there, trying to collect it. The ball going out of it was John Maher, and John Maher taking the ball out over the touchline. There is going to be a line ball for Ballingarry, about 50 yards out from, a little less than 50 yards out, and going back to take it for Ballingarry is James Skippy Maher. James Maher now trying to get something going for as we come up to about 19 minutes gone in this first half. He's side behind, he gets a lovely strike and right into the centre. Thurles backline holding firm. The man who kicks it ahead there and kicks it out over is Michael Cahill for Sarsfields, and it's once again a bit closer, edging ever closer, the Ballingarry men. Tom McGrath to take this one now. Tom, here he comes now. Strikes it, gets a great lift on this one. Oh, it goes straight into, it almost did go into the hand. He put up his hand, but he didn't get it. Back there to cover off and get it. Doesn't get a very long clearance for Sarsfields. The ball breaks and it knocked away there from. And it comes to Patrick Maher bursting out of defence, going away, leaving the ball after him to his other number 6, Tom McGrath for Ballingarry. Shakes off 3 tackles now, going out to try and swing his stick, succeeds in doing so. He inserts his full forward line. James Logue has the ball knocked away from him. Sarsfields man there, and the Sarsfields man there is Liam Phelan. Liam Phelan clears it out, gets it going, but he goes straight into the hands there of Kevin Fitzgerald for Ballingarry. Back again it comes. And the referee has seen an infringement there by a Sarsfields man on a Ballingarry man, and it's going to be a free in. And certainly if James Logue has taken this one, he'll be hoping to have better luck than he's had with the last 2. The scoreboard reads 2-5 to 4 points. They certainly need this score. They haven't had a score now in quite a while. And are they considering a change of free taker? I think they are. It looks like Tom McGrath is going to take this one, yes. Tom McGrath taking over the free taking duties. And again, not the easiest of frees, but I suppose maybe not the hardest of ones either. Now McGrath. He lifts, he strikes, and he got a spectacular point already, and he's got another one. It's a nice point. It reduces the deficit to 6 points. It's now 2-5 to 4 points. Playing about 22 minutes or so in the first half. Bill McCormack with this puck out, bringing it right down the centre in the direction there of Patrick Kelly, but instead it goes towards the Owen O'Dwyer. Owen O'Dwyer has the ball knocked away. Michael Cahill tussling there for Ballingarry, trying to pick it up. It's a very difficult thing to do. It breaks off the leg of some man, and eventually it comes to a Ballingarry man who gets it out. Shortish clearance up towards his centre forward there. His centre forward leaves it, lets the ball go through, and is collected for Sarsfields and sent right back down into the full forward line again. The danger there is Conor Maloney. Conor Maloney trusts for possession in there with Thomas Donovan. Thomas Donovan gets the ball out, and it's gone out over the touchline. It's going to be a line ball. It's a line ball. It must be a line ball for Thurles Sarsfields. Yes, it is. And over in that far corner. Well, no, in fact, it must have gone off a Sarsfields man. It's Daniel Finley is taking this line ball for the Ballingarry men. Now, as the sun beams down, an absolutely beautiful October afternoon, keeps it close to the touchline, gets good length on it, but it goes straight to a Thurles man. The man who has it for Thurles is Paul Connors. Paul Connors getting a high ball, dropping right on the edge of the square. Dangerous, the ball is into possession there. Conor Maloney turns, twists, loses the ball. Being tackled over there, two men around him. The man who's Daniel Fitzgerald trying to get it out. There's players also in there. Thomas Donovan. Thomas Donovan has it for Ballingarry and gets a good clearance about 40 yards out from his own goal. Players go for it, breaks kindly there as Michael Deason. Michael Deason shaking off a tackle, half falls to the ground, picks himself up and gets a splendid point. Oh, an absolutely splendid point there for Sarsfields. almost losing possession, almost losing his footing, but gaining all and popping it over the bar to increase Sarsfields' lead to 7 points once again. 2-6 for Sarsfields, 5 points for Ballingarry as Kevin Croke's puck out, goes out into the centre of the field. Players going up for it there. It breaks. Well, it's cut there by Carol Rotherham. Carol Rotherham gets it away. Tom McGrath flicks it inside over, tries to deceive Paul Connors. Not an easy thing to do and doesn't succeed on that occasion. Connors gets it out very close to that touchline. Caught over there by Kieran O'Shea. Kieran O'Shea gets it in over his head, in towards his full forward line once again. Burke going for it now on his knees. Has it, collects it now, thinking of going right through. Fix it inside. Chance here for Dwyer. Dwyer shoots. And it's somehow smothered in there. Oh, there was pandemonium in the defence there for Ballingarry, but coming away for Ballingarry is Matt Tracy, and looking at goal, looked all over it there. The danger might not be fully averted yet, as another Thurles man has it now. The man who has it is Jamie Lennon. Doesn't get his puck very far. Inside is Dwyer again. Dwyer gets it low in towards John Joe Burke. John Joe Burke in a little further, but Thomas Donovan has it. Shouldered off the ball on the ground, still gets the ball. Well, I don't know who has it in there now. It's a Ballingarry man, and the referee deems that there's been a foul and it's going to be free out and relief for Ballingarry. Well, Owen Dwyer looked as he had only the keeper to beat, that a goal written all over, but somehow the defender got back to smother his shot, so it still remains 2-6 to 5 points. Kevin Croke, and here comes Croke now, high up into the blue sky, and that's a beauty to see today. Batted down there by Michael Deason for Sarsfields, going after it and touched by the man who has it now is Adrian Clear. Adrian Clear getting back in field, comes to Thomas McGrath off the stick there, and McGrath strikes it high, holding up for his full forward line. They need possession here. Not very easy to get it though, as Roderick Maher is back there. Maher going away there, trying to get in, but very close to the touchline. Gets in a great relieving clearance, sending the defence into attack over the head there of Jamie Lennon. Jamie Lennon has it now, being followed there by two players, being tackled by, falls to the ground, helped on his way there by Daniel Fenley, and it's going to be a free in and a chance for Sarsfields to go further in front. I'm sure Pa Burke will be the taker of this one. And if memory serves me right, I think that is the first free that the Ballingarry defence have conceded in the scoreable position this close. So, meanwhile, there's a bit of running repairs going on. Michael Gleeson having some running repairs done on his leg there. Referee going over there just to check that everything is okay. And Pa Burke will indeed take this free. Pa, who struck some beautiful points for Tipperary, as I said, on their march to All-Ireland glory this year. Now, this should be a relatively easy free for him. He lifts, he strikes, and it's over the bar. Over the bar. It's 2-7 to 5 points as we have about 4 minutes to go to half time. 2-7, that's 13 points to 5. Ballingarry with a lot of work to do as Kevin Croke pucks it out into the centre, into the direction there. Now well batted down there by Michael Gleeson for the Thurles men. Sliding in there, collecting it is Tom McGrath. Thinks about a dummy, sidesteps Paul Connors, going off in field now. Hits it off straight off the stick, a lovely strike in on the edge of the square. Ball batted out there, good work by the Thurles defence, getting it out. James Lowe going after it there with Michael Cahill. Race for the touchline. Cahill gets it. Cahill is beaten to it this time. A Ballingarry man has it, keeps it in play, but Lee doesn't hit it very far. Gets it to Padraig Maher. Padraig Maher has it now, going off there for Thurles is Kieran O'Shea. Kieran O'Shea being followed by two men, very close to the touchline. Skippy Gibbs very close to him, keeps it, and eventually gets the ball out over the touchline, but concedes the. He put on his acceleration there and flicked the ball, I'd say, off his stick out over the touchline. It's going to be a line ball for Sarsfields, about 50 yards out from the Ballingarry, or for Ballingarry about 50 yards out from their own goal. This line ball is taken by Kevin Fitzgerald. Kevin Fitzgerald's puck is kept very close to the touchline. Thurles man there is shouldered out over the line, and it's going to be a line ball once again for Ballingarry. Ballingarry making their way just over the Thurles Sarsfields 65 metre line now. Here comes this line ball to be taken out. Here it comes, and it's by Tom McGrath. Tom strikes it in field in the direction there of Adrian Clear. Clear gets it now. It shimmies, dodges, ducks, and sidesteps, and he's going very close to that touchline. Being shepherded there by Michael Gleeson. Going to be difficult to get in from there. He loses the ball to Gleeson illegally, says the referee, and it's going to be a free in for Ballingarry from a very, very difficult angle. And it looks like that Tom McGrath is going over to take this free. Well, this will be a really difficult one for him to get now, and to be honest about it, they do need it. Has become very close to half time. Will he be satisfied with the point, or will he maybe drop it in? He sends in a low, menacing ball that's spotted there by Patrick Maher and tipped over the bar. So, a good point there for Ballingarry, reducing the deficit to 7 points, 2-7 to 6 points. Bill McCormack with this puck out now. Bill poking it way down the centre again in the direction there of the centre. Oh, I was going to say a great catch there, but he put up his hand and failed to collect it there. But the man who does collect it now is Michael Ivers. Michael Ivers has it now for Ballingarry. Being tackled there by Michael Gleeson in to help him there, and players, the referee's going to throw in the ball, I think now.
Come on, point.
Please, 1 minute. 1 minute of additional time.
The referee has just announced, they have just announced over the public assistant that it will be 1 minute of additional time. The referee taking a little note over there. And a yellow card there for, I think it's going to for John Joe Burke, actually, I think. So it's, and the referee now about to throw in the ball, throws it in there. Ballingarry man wins the pull. Paddy Maher has it, kicks it out there somehow. Gets it out there, Kieran O'Shea. He's robbed over there by James Loeb. Coming across, players in the bunch that are very close to the touchline. It's kept in play. Well, it's not kept in play. It's eventually gone over the touchline off a Thurles Sarsfields stick, and it's going to be a line ball for Ballingarry. Ballingarry now anxious to get something moving very quickly taking one there to Thomas McGrath. Goes back in field, being tackled, and then decides to hit it over his head and right over him, very close to that touchline. Going back to cover two players going for there. Liam fielding for the Sarsfields man. Liam fires it over his head and succeeds in keeping it in play. It's very close to this, and Patrick Maher has it tackled by three players, gets it out to Dion Mack. Kieran O'Shea on his knees, still has it. He must be very close to the touchline. The ball is still very close to that touchline and is still in play. Shea loses the ball and eventually is gone by Carol Rotherham. Carol Rotherham gets it inside there. Well, their chance here now for the Ballingarry men, but the Thurles men are tackling like their lives depended on it. Cleared out eventually there by Michael Cahill. A long ball down there. They're sending defence into attack. Stopped there by Matt Tracy. Matt Tracy coming away with the ball, and he stick there for Ballingarry. Flicks it in field, but it's straight and aimlessly to a blue shirt. The man in the blue shirt there was Michael Gleeson, who now lays it off, and a nice strike there for Sarsfields, right in on the edge of the square. Danger here for Ballingarry. The Sarsfields men there, but to try and avert the situation there is Daniel Fitzgerald coming out, clearing the ball. He's hooked back to help him there is Thomas Donovan. Thomas Donovan gets a good relieving clearance. Well, it's going down towards Tom McGrath. Tom McGrath has gone back to rescue his backline on that occasion, but and a wave of attack comes again as Michael Cahill spearheading going forward, hands it in field there. Well, he gets it towards Patrick Lee. Slow shot inside. It's Sweeney. A shot. That's a goal! Another goal! Well, the wire was denied the last time, but not on this occasion as he crashes the ball to the back of the onion sack for Sarsfields' third goal. And that is certainly going to leave a mountain to climb in the second half for Ballingarry. They now trail by 10. Now, Kevin Croke, who's been beaten 3 times already today, pucks it out. Up goes Adrian Clear. Adrian Clear loses the ball to Paul Connors. Coming away from it there is Michael Gleeson. Gleeson leaves it after. And there's Clear as well. Clear for he loses the ball. Michael Gleeson. The puck is half blocked down. The ball goes over the touchline, and it's going to be a line ball. It's going to be a line ball for Thurles Sarsfields, and it looks like Paul Connors is going to be the taker of this one. No, he's leaving instead to Michael Gleeson. Michael Gleeson taking a drop of the magic bottle, running down the clock. We're very close to. In fact, we're over the minute now that the referee has played. He's looking. I'm sure he'll blow it up any second now. There he is. The referee has blown up for half time, and at half time, in a most entertaining minor county final, Thurles Sarsfields leading with the aid of what can we consider 2 opportunist goals by 3 goals and 7 points to Ballingarry's 6 points. Ballingarry with a mountain to climb, but the amount of possession they've had in this game so far suggests that there will be one hell of a fight in them for the second half. Don't go away, as we will be back for that second half very, very shortly. Now, both sides have returned to the fray and are back on the pitch, and they're all lined up and ready to go for the second half. Sarsfields leading by 7 to 6 points as the game is on, and Ballingarry into the attack straight away. But the attack is broken up this time by Michael Gleeson getting an attack going for Sarsfields straight away. Obviously the strike going after it now is Pat Burke. Pat Burke has the ball tapped away from him there by a Ballingarry defender coming out to try and pick it up here for Ballingarry and going up on the shoulder run there is Kevin Fitzgerald trusting for being hooked as he does so. A number of players going to ground, and eventually the referee decides to throw in the ball. It's more like a rugby scrum there for a moment as the referee decides to throw in the ball now in between Thomas McGrath. Michael Gleeson has it now, he's tackled but gets the ball in a quick flick there when it goes to Kieran O'Shea getting in towards Paul Buck. Paul Buck gets it right across the face of the goal there, and if it picked up, it's not out of the danger area yet. Man who has it now is Joe Lennon has it, he shoots in and sends it over the bar. So that further increases Sarsfields' lead now 3-8 to 6 points. 11 points between the sides. Kevin Croke now hoping he won't have the sun on his side this half anyway, as he gets a long puck out right down on top of his centre forward and Thurles centre back. The Thurles centre back puts up his hand, but he's being helped out there by Michael Cahan. Michael Cahan gets great clearance and it up there, going out to his Paul Burke. Paul Burke tackling, loses the possession there to two Ballingarry men, but in to help him there now is Patrick Leahy. Leahy going after the ball now. Leahy going right through the Ballingarry defence. More trouble here for the shot low and hard and save, a splendid save, but not out of the danger. The ball is on the line and it's gone into the net. The ball has gone in and it's another goal for Thurles Sarsfields. I don't know who finished it, but certainly the start that Ballingarry would have wanted, Thurles Sarsfields have got. It's now 4-8 to 6 points, 14 points between the sides. Now Kevin Croke. Here comes Kevin now. Hard luck, made a good save in it, but couldn't hold out the rebound. Adrian Clear loses possession over there, and Tom McGrath has it, and Tom McGrath is fouled over there, and it's going to be a free in for Ballingarry. Ballingarry needs scores, and they need them very shortly if they're to try and turn this game around. Very close to that touchline over on the far side. The referee just having a word over there with a couple of players. The Thurles man, I think it may be Michael Gleeson. So it's not, in fact, it is Padraig Maher. So I'm waiting for this free to be taken. The referee just speaking to him, and he's giving him a yellow card. So a yellow card. I think there's two Thurles men on yellow now at the moment. As Tom McGrath, about 60 yards out from the Thurles Sarsfields post. Maybe a bit further, rises it now, strikes it, dropping it in, hoping for, and the ball batted out there by the Thurles goalkeeper Bill McCormack, trying to do what was done to the Ballingarry man himself in the first half with the sun in his eyes. Eventually Thurles coming away with the ball and clearing it down this side, sending up another attack. Burke has it, Burke has it now, going out to the right side, looks, strikes, and it looks good, and it's all the way over. A beautiful strike from Pat Burke, getting that ball and going out to make an angle, well, a more difficult angle, but he's still got the accuracy and the distance. So it's 4-9 to 6 points. 15 points between the sides now as the puck out goes out in the centre of the field. Number of players miss it. The man who's not going to miss it though, it looks like it's Kieran O'Shea. Well, he's lost it now. Well, he has it now. I don't know how he got it, but he got it. Shakes off two tackles there. But taps it on the hurl. He flicks it inside there when it goes to us. Burke goes to ground. Thomas Donovan is in touch with on the wires there for Sarsfields as well. Coming out now, lifting the ball, palms the ball out where it comes to us, Pat Burke again, and Burke strikes it neatly over the bar. So it's becoming a procession of scores for Sarsfields now, who lead 4-10 to 6 points. Here comes Croke, trying a shorter one this time, right into the centre of the field, and it goes over the head of Adrian Clear. Adrian Clear going after it, but the man who has it now is John Joe Burke. Despite the best ever there for Ballingarry, he still gets his puck towards Conor Maloney. It's now with Michael Gleeson being tackled there by Michael Gleeson, gets his puck in, and it's another point. Oh dear. It's 4-11 to 6 points. Well, it's all going wrong for Ballingarry now, and it's hard to know where they're going to see anyway back in this game as Kevin Croke hooks it out once again right down the centre. Ball batted down there by Padraig Maher. First Thurles into Michael Deason. Who should ahead there now? It's all blues at the moment as the blue men are being tackled and fouled. And it was Jamie Lennon. Jamie Lennon there was tackled and fouled that time. So free for Sarsfields, and Paburk is going out to take this one. Leading 4-11. That's 23 points to 6. It looks like a very, very comfortable victory at the moment. Is set for a very comfortable victory for Thurles Sarsfields anyway. Paburk now with this free just inside the Ballingarry 65-metre line. Looking at the posts, he rises, strikes, keeps it low, but it's high enough to go over the bar, and they lead by 18. It's 4-12 to 6 points. Well, it's only the early stages in the second half yet. There's only about 6 or 7 minutes gone, and the Thurles is once again seems to be all about trying to get something going there. Or is Gerard Fitzgerald? Gerard Fitzgerald gets it inside. It's not going to be easy. Coming out now is Kevin O'Gorman. Kevin O'Gorman for Sarsfield steers the ball over to that far side, going out to this Conor Maloney. Conor Maloney will be able to be tackled by Daniel Finlay. Finlay gets it away, but it's now in the position of Tom McGrath. Tom McGrath has it now. It's in the long clearance side up into his full foul line. In fact, there's been a foul after the ball has gone, so that'll be where the ball lands. Tom McGrath been taking a heavy challenge there, and it looks like the man who ran into him or tackled him was Patrick Leahy, who seems to be okay. Well, they say when one thing goes wrong, everything goes wrong, and certainly nothing seems to be going right for Ballingarry, who in the early stages of this game were well in it, and at one stage led by 4 points to 2. But since then, since that first Sarsfields goal, when they hit the front, they've never put a foot wrong or looked like losing this game. No, everything seems to be okay, and it'll be interesting to see here whether Ballingarry will be satisfied with a point, or will they try and go for a goal. It's going to be very difficult to get a goal from that angle, but they'll try and have to engineer it somewhere, I presume. 4-12 to 6 points. Now, looks like James Logue is going to be the taker of this one. Meanwhile, there's a Thurles Sarsfields man who's taken a knock, and he's gone down injured. I don't rightly know who it is until the referee is coming up now to investigate matters. And we haven't had a wrong thump in this game or anything like that, so let's hope we can get back to the process of hurling after this. The referee going in now to speak to his umpires. Ref making his way out now. One wonders who he's going to pick out. He's coming out, and he seems to have a man picked out. Yes, he has spotted the offender, and it is in fact Tom McGrath, the man who was injured himself a couple of minutes ago. So I suppose it's just a little bit of revenge, shall we say. No, and the man, in fact, that is injured is Patrick Leahy, and he's receiving attention now, and so he'll be back on his feet. It looks like he'll be back on his feet pretty shortly. About 10 or 11 minutes gone in the second half now, and a couple of minutes there for player getting injured. So now we will resume with this free, and Ballingarry desperately need a goal. Now, will Logue be happy with the point? I don't think he will be. Standing well back, he's going to blast for the onion sack. Now, here he comes, he lifts, he bends, he strikes, and it's gone over the bar. Well, he came with intent in his heart, but the ball spun over the bar, so it's the first score of the second half for Ballingarry, and it's taken 11 or 12 minutes to come, so it's 4-12 to 7 points. Bill McCormack with his puck out now. Bill pucks it out into the centre of the field, going out to collect it. John Joe Buck is deemed to have fouled the ball there as he tried to get away there from Gerald Fitzgerald. So a free for Ballingarry. This free is going to be taken by Tom McGrath. And Tom McGrath taking this. Will he take another point? Well, it's a few more. It's from the Thurles 65-metre line. McGrath. Here he rises, strikes it high up, it looks good, and it's over the bar, yes. A second point there in as many minutes, so it's now 4-12 to 8 points. Ballingarry edging their way slowly back into it, but it's a long road as the puck out is taken right down the centre. Hands go for it. And who has it now is practically he's showing no ill effects of that leg injury he suffered there a couple of moments ago, but runs out the road and goes out over the touchline. There's going to be a line ball on that far side there for Ballingarry. This line ball is going to be taken. There's two of them over there, and they don't know which one is going to take it, I think. Now the line ball is taken low and hard down towards the touchline. Coming out to collect it there before is Carol Rocken getting it inside. How this game would do with a Ballingarry goal. It's not going to come that easy down there as the blue defence holds rock solid. Away they come. Out going off on the solo run now. This looks very good. Lays it off. A nice layoff there towards Michael Deason. Michael Deason inside too far in fact towards John Joe Buck. John Joe Buck. The ball is going back to trying to collect it there was Kevin Fitzgerald. Ran over the ball. Oh, and lovely. Oh, beautiful piece of work there by Carbo. Being tackled there by Thomas Donovan. Still gets in his puck. Oh, it's an absolutely beautiful point. Oh, what a pick up and what a strike from a Nick Hughes angle. That was sheer class magic. Absolute magic there from Carbo. But in fact, no, it may be a wonderful point, but I think it's going to be disallowed. He had stepped in to touch. Oh, it's a shame that score that he ran out, because it was absolutely beautiful the way he picked it up from a very acute angle and struck it over the bar. Meanwhile, anyway, it's a line ball for Ballingarry, and I suppose justice has been done. He's it out over the line. He's out there by Kevin Fitzgerald. So to take this line ball now is looks like John Joe Burke. John Joe Burke for Sarsfields. About 45 yards or so out from the Ballingarry post. Michael Gleeson going to take this one. Here he comes now. Michael keeps it low along the ground. Intercepted there and by Kieran Shelley. Kieran Shelley has his puck half blocked down, but there to help him is Kevin Fitzgerald. Kevin Fitzgerald getting it very close to the touchline. The ball doesn't go out over the line. And by Michael Cahill, lovely ball inside towards the centre back there. He overplays the ball there, but gets it again at the second attempt. Falls to the ground, gets it out to Michael Gleeson. Going around thinking about a shot, being tackled by two players. Strikes it, lovely shot, swing on the stick. Then this ball caught inside there. Chance here now as Maloney. Well, it's not Maloney, it's on Dwyer. Dwyer loses the ball and the ball is steered out for Ballingarry out into the centre of the field. Trying to collect it. There is Gerard Fitzgerald. Doesn't collect it at the first. It's collected by Michael Cahill for Sarsfields. Going up, being tackled by Tom McGrath. But Cahill leaves him in his wake. Going to the touchline, strikes it off his left side. It was looking good, but it took a wobble and it's gone out over the line and gone wide. But it's total dominance almost in every sector from Thurles Sarsfields. They lead by 4-12 to 8 points. Almost halfway through the second half. As the puck out, a long puck out. It goes too far over the head there of Gerard Fitzgerald. And Thurles says, Padraig Maher has it again. The Kitto gets a low ball up towards the centre forward. It's coming out there as Per Burke. They're playing a corner forward. Has the ball in his hand, being surrounded by three men. Lets the ball go to the ground. A number of players trying to lift it off the ground. Everybody hooking and poking, but eventually it's in the hands there of Matt Tracy. Matt Tracy has it there for Ballingarry, and it's going to be a free out. Well, he worked hard to get that free, so he's being taken by Tom McGrath about 40 yards from his own post, and has to be in a hurry to get on with things now because they're not eating back into that lead as much as they would like. As the ball goes up, James Lowe pulls that fresh air there, and eventually the Thurles men pushing the ball out inch by inch, getting out a little bit further now, going after it there for Ballingarry is Tom Butler. loses possession and the ball is cleared straight up there where it comes to Patrick Leahy. Patrick Leahy has difficulty in collecting the ball, collects it now, looks at the post, studies himself, but fires it to the right and fires it wide. Well, he had all the time in the world, but at this stage a wide looks to be as good as the score. As the lead, we're moving halfway through the second half, a 16-point lead. Ball is gone over a number of players there. It's not gone over Padraig Maher has it now and shakes off a number of tackles. Gets a good clearance up to his full forward line. Coming out is Owen O'Dwyer. Owen O'Dwyer being tackled out there by Daniel Fitzgerald. Eventually got back outside and Thurles playing for well. This one has gone astray to Ballingarry. Now it's flicked off the stick there and eventually from broken play it comes to a Ballingarry man who gets it out into the centre in there towards Daniel Fitzgerald. Gerald Fitzgerald loses it. It's collected there by Kieran Shelley getting it down, but it goes straight down there. It's stopped by Kevin O'Gorman for Sarsfields. He hook goes astray, goes to Adrian Shelley has it, or Adrian Clear makes a good pulling there. Honest endeavour there by both sides. Eventually a Ballingarry man gets it way over into that far corner. Coming out two Thurles men to one Ballingarry. The one that has it is Kevin O'Gorman being tackled by 1-2 Ballingarry. Kevin Logue, the nearest man to him, but still gets in his puck just to say, gets it down there. Thomas O'Donovan is beaten toward this time by Burke's the ball goes off his stick out over the touchline there, and it's going to be a line. Well, in fact, it's gone off of a Ballingarry man's stick, and it's going to be a line ball for the Sarsfields men. This line ball to be taken almost dead on the Ballingarry 65-metre line. Now, meanwhile, there seems to be an injury. There's an injury to a Ballingarry player over on that far side. I don't think we haven't had this at this moment. We haven't had a substitution in this game yet. Ballingarry man, I don't know who it is over there, but he's having a little bit of drapery trouble, I think. Now I'm sure Ballingarry could do without this break at the moment. They're the team that needs to keep the momentum of the game going as much as possible. They're behind by that 16-point deficit still, 4-12, and meanwhile everything seems to be okay again. Well, as I speak.
Number 19, Jack Kennedy, versus number 13, Michael Ivers.
And the first substitution of the afternoon, Jack Fennelly, number 19 for Ballingarry, replaces Michael Ivers. Anyway, as Tom McGrath has ball from that line ball from Thurles, but his puck goes astray and it goes straight to Jamie Lennon, who fires it in and says thank you very much and fires it straight over the bar. So with Sarsfields 4-13 to 8 points. And we're in the second half of the second half now, so if Ballingarry are going to produce a miracle, it'll have to be shortly. And at this stage it looks as though it will take a miracle. As Kevin Croke's puck out, coming to this side here. Players knocked in, goes towards Burke again. Number of Ballingarry players there. The man has his Tom McGrath. Tom McGrath fires it in towards his full forward. Full forward and goes off with the stick up. But now comes Bill McConnell. Bill McConnell for Sarsfields, getting out to that far side over there. Going across. It's being collected now by Skippy Maher. Skippy Maher going off on his line. He's really going fast. Takes a hard challenge there from Michael Deasy. Goes back off it. Drills it in low. In towards and the man who has it now, attention, is Jack Fennelly, the substitute. Is this man going to turn the game inside and going right through? Chance here for the chance of a goal. Saved inside by McCormack. Great drama as the ball is very close to that end line out there, but somehow the Blues get it out and clear the way out. Well, that has been the nearest that Ballingarry have come to a goal, but meanwhile a wave of another attack is being launched as it comes to McGrath again. McGrath sidesteps one man, being tackled by Gleeson, being tackled then by Kieran Shea, goes to ground, is fouled, the referee says, and it's going to be a free in. Well, the best chance, and Jack Finley looked as though he had a goal chance there, but it was thwarted at the last second. So Ballingarry trying desperately hard to get a goal, and it's very, very difficult to get one. They'll probably try here again. As he's standing well back, here he comes. He blasts. It's low. It's hard. It's saved. Stopped inside there, and the Blues come out of the ball, broken down, and it comes back, and it's Carl Rotherham, and Carl Rotherham fires it in, but he fires it to the left and fires it wide. So score remains 4-13 to 8 points. About 10 or 11 minutes to go in the game now. Ben McCormack with this puck out as the sun blazes down here, and he gets it to he's on Michael Gleeson. Good work from the Thurles man. As gets it up to us, Conor Maloney being tackled there by Daniel Finley. Maloney has it now. Maloney coming on the inside, cutting right through, breathing down and goal. Another chance here for Sarsfields. Maloney's through, flicks it outside. The wire, pass, and it's another goal for Sarsfields. Oh, copybook stuff there as the wire got it and blasted the ball to the back of the onion sack for the 5th time this afternoon. 5-30.
Number 18, Ian Ivers, replaces number 15, Adrian Clare.
Another substitution on the Ballingarry team, and it looks like at this stage that they'll have to get a lot of substitutions. It's Ian Ivers at number 18 replacing Adrian Clare. So with that now it's 5-13, and that was a copybook goal from the goalkeeper to the centre field to the full forward who ran goalwards, laid it off to his wing forward who blasted with an unstoppable shot to the back of the net. So there's an injury to Daniel Fitzgerald over there, and it looks like Daniel Fitzgerald is leaving the field for the moment anyway. And I see a Thurles substitution getting ready on that far side. It looks like the Thurles are being in a sub. We'll find out who it is in a moment. And
substitution on the Sarsfields team, number 17, Lawrence Burke, replaces number 2, Liam Phelan.
Liam Phelan leaving the action from Thurles. He's done his bit on this for this county title, and he's been replaced by number 17, Lawrence Burke.
Substitution on the Sarsfields team, number 20, Shane Maher, replaces number 12, Owen O'Dwyer.
And Owen O'Dwyer is leaving after getting that goal. He's been punished. He's been taken out and being replaced by Shane Maher. So at this stage, it's just I suppose a question of letting as many fellas as possible have a touch of the action. As the ball goes out over the touchline on that far side from the puck out, and it's another line ball for Sarsfields. To be taken over there by Michael Gleeson. Michael Gleeson now. Low hard one up into the far corner. Going out to collect it there is the substitute there, Shane Maher. Shane Maher getting on the inside, coming in on the inline, being tackled by Daniel. Gets the ball and puts his mark. Oh, he's not. He's put the ball wide. So it still remains 5-13 to 8 points. There's a 20-point deficit as the clock ticks down. Now Kevin Croke with the puck out into up. There's Tom McGrath going for it there. Tom McGrath being tackled there by Padraig Maher as the sun goes in for a moment. Still McGrath. McGrath has it now. Almost forced to the ground, holds on to it, holds position, gets it out towards Gerald Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald being tackled down by Michael Cahill, being beaten to by Michael Cahill illegally, says the referee, and it's going to be a free in for Ballingarry. Well, the out there isn't going to hurt the Thurles backline that much. So tries again, and it really is impossible to get a point from there or a goal from there. So he's trying for it. Well, it's gone over the bar. So it's 5-13 to 9 points now. Because the margin of victory looks as though it won't go down that much now at the moment, as just a foul there on a Ballingarry man, and it's going to be another free, and this one is going to be taken by Tom Butler. Tom Butler now from inside his own 65. Tom lobbing it in now. Menacing ball dropping right into the square, a chance, but once again And it's McGrath again. McGrath has a low and hard cannons off of the leg or the behind of some defender there and goes out for a 65. Well, it really is impossible. It's a blue wall that has come up against Ballingarry anytime they have looked like threatening for goal. Once again, Tom Butler to take this one. I'm sure he'll pop this one into in around the house again. Lobbing it in, dropping right in there, and Thurles really determined that they're not going to give away any goal at all. The ball has just gone out over the end line and gone wide. So it remains 5-13 to 9 points. Puck out from Bill McCormick towards Pa Burke, being tackled there by Thomas Donovan, going one way, didn't going the other way. Beautiful balance there as he gets the puck up in towards the half out line. Got there, and more trouble here for Ballingarry as Burke is going right through. Shoot at it! Ooh, it goes over the bar, but it was also close to be going under the bar. John Joe Burke bracing down on goal there, blasted, but it just went over up to the top of the crossbar. 5-14 to 9 points. The puck out quickly taken. There's Michael Cahill again, thinks about a shot, about to be hooked, but still holds onto the ball. 2 players after him now. Does it nicely, leaves it inside, batted out there by Tom Butler, caught by Pa Burke. Then Butler collects it again, tackled there by Shane Maher, trying to get it out, surrounded by blue jerseys, still gets in his puck. Good work there by the Ballingarry centre field man. Gets in, but it goes right across to Paul Connors. Paul Connors comes across and flicks it up into the open space. Coming out is Pa Burke. Pa Burke trying some fancy stuff, not working. Thomas Donovan has it now. Thomas Donovan being followed by John Joe Burke, half tackled, half hooked as he gets in his puck. And it's enough for Mikey Cahill to get it. The ball goes back again, goes back behind him. But about to be collected here now by Kieran Shelley. Kieran Shelley has it, trying to get, as the sun starts to come out again. Ball is hit too far, it's overhit, and it's gone out over the end line and gone wide. Well, it's now running down the clock at this stage as we're inside the last 5 minutes or so. Scoreboard, pretty daunting one. 5-14, that's 29 points for Thurles Sarsfields, 9 points for Ballingarry as the puck out is taken into the centre of the field, and Thurles haven't finished yet as Patrick Leahy has dispossessed over there. It's hard to know, he's got it again. Leahy is going right through again. They're looking for more scores. He takes a tackle, shakes off the tackle, being tackled now by Skippy Maher, and eventually he's fouled, and he's fouled the ball, and the referee has given a free out. He's taking a breather now. He's going to sit it out, I think. No, anyway, it's a free out.
Substitution for Thurles Sarsfields, number 23, Peter Donnelly, replaces number 11, John Joe Burke.
And Peter Donnelly coming on the Thurles Sarsfields team to John Joe Burke.
Number 22, Shane Burnley, replaces number 13, Burke. And the correction from number 17, Lawrence Burke, replaces number 4, Kevin O'Gorman, and not number 2, Liam Phelan, as I stated.
Anyway, as the substitutions keep mounting up at this stage, we're looking to tackle them as we're in the dying moments of this 2006 County Minor Hurling Championship final. Players thrusting for possession. Ballingarry, they might be behind, but they're trying their heart out. But it's a very, very difficult, against a very well marshalled and strong Thurles Sarsfields team. The ball being hit in there now. Ballingarry trying to get something going here, and the presence flicked on there in the direction there of Simon, but to stop it there for Sarsfields is Lance Burke, who replaced Kevin O'Gorman actually, and Michael Cahill. Michael Cahill now for Sarsfields, getting the ball up along, players thrusting for it there. Emmanuel, well, I thought he has it now. For Ballingarry, Kevin Fitzgerald loses it though, and it's laid outside now, where it comes towards Patrick Leahy. Patrick Leahy fires it across the face of the goal, and at this stage a wide is as good as a score for the Thurles Sarsfields. They're leading by 20 points. They're quickly taking puck out to that far side. It comes where it's in position. Ballingarry trying to get something going again. Going away there now is Skippy Maher. Fires it inside in, but I think he's firing straight into the hands of Bill McCormick, the goalkeeper. Not really any trouble to him as the puck out. He takes his puck and sends it out, but Tom McGrath has it now out for Ballingarry. About to be tackled by Kieran O'Shea. Gets in his puck into the 20-metre line. There's touching there, and there's a foul there on the Sarsfields player, and it's going to be a free out. I think it's Michael Cahill, in fact, it was the one that was fouled. So free out to be taken by Padraig Maher. Padraig now has had a really powerful game in the centre of defence this afternoon for Sarsfields. comes now. Gets it right down the centre, sending, and hands go up for it. It's caught there by Patrick Leahy, who this time fires it neatly over the bar, and it's now 5-15 to 9 points.
Substitution for Sarsfields. Number 24, John Callan, replaces number 3, Stephen Burnley.
John Callan and number 23 on the 24 on the Sarsfields team
Additional
coming
time,
on.
at least 2 minutes. 2 minutes of additional time. The second half.
And the game running into its twilight zone now as Tom McGrath tries once again, but tackled there and fouled by Michael Cahill, so a free. And it's not going to make much difference at this stage now as McGrath will lob this one in again and try and get a consolation goal for him at this stage. Well, no, he's satisfied with the point. It's 5-15 to 10 points now. Bill McCormack now taking his puck out. Down towards hands going up for it there and collected there. Neat piece of work there by Tom Butler. Tom Butler for the Ballingarry men will straight back down and stopped out there by number 2, Liam Phelan on the Sarsfields team. And this one will be taken once again by Padraig Maher. Padraig Maher now. Long ball dropping down in the 20-metre line. Another dangerous chance here as the Sarsfield man tries to get through, gets it out to Parburke. Parburke is fouled, and it's a penalty. Well, to be honest, at this stage, I don't think there's much need to go for a goal. A penalty for Sarsfields.
Supporters are requested not to go onto the pitch here at Semple Stadium for either of today's games. Please do not go onto the pitch. Thank you very much.
A penalty now for Thurles Sarsfields, and I doubt if they'll go for a goal. It's going to be Parburke himself is going to take it. He'll probably be satisfied with the point. They lead by a massive 20 points. He strikes it, he's going for the goal, and it's an absolutely great save. An absolutely splendid save there. Pumping it over the bar. Well, that was an absolutely wonderful save by the goalkeeper. And at that, the referee blows up for full time. And at the end of a pretty one-sided second half, Thurles Sarsfields are resounding champions for 2006 of the County Minor Hurling Championship. They've won this title on a score of 5 goals and 16 points for Thurles Sarsfields, 10 points for Ballingarry.
Tipperary County Board.
Ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost I'd like to thank John Cleary, our match referee today, and his officials for the manner in which he officiated at this game. I'm sure you'll all agree that refereeing is a thankless job at times, but without referees we wouldn't have any matches. So I'd like you all to give a big round of applause to John Cleary and his officials. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Inspire Scientific, for their huge contribution to Gaelic games in this county, and I can assure you that it's greatly appreciated, so thank you to Inspire Scientific. I'd also like to thank John Kirk Julius for sponsoring the Man of Match Awards. I'd like to thank both sets of team officials, team managers and selectors, because they make a huge contribution and it shouldn't be forgotten on a day like today. So our thanks and applause to both team managers. Most of all, I'd like to thank both teams for a very good game here today. I think both teams went around their business in the correct manner, in the right sort of atmosphere. They showed a huge amount of dedication, skill and commitment. and I have no doubt that Ballingarry are very disappointed. But this is a young Ballingarry team, and today I suppose, like steel, it goes into a furnace and it's tempered and comes out all the better for it. So I think that Ballingarry will come out all the better for today's performance. They'll have learned a lot, and I'm sure they have a huge future. So well done, Ballingarry. What can one say about this Thurles Sarsfields team? A team of all the skills, from number 1 to number 15 on the field, throughout their panel. They have everything that's required of a good minor team. And the display here today showed that underage hurling in this county is strong. We've seen that earlier in the year, but they reaffirmed that here today. So congratulations to Thurles Sarsfields on a wonderful display, on a wonderful victory, and we wish them well in their efforts to go on for 2 under for the minor football final as well next week. So congratulations to the Sarsfields, and now hand the cup over to their captain, Mike, please.
Not going to keep you long, some great speeches, as you would have seen in the big final. I'd like to apologise for that speech anyway, I think it was on a road for a time ago. I'd like to thank a couple of people, as without them we wouldn't be here today. Our manager, Michael Gleeson. Our actors, John Dorney, Harry Horner, and the one and only John Dorney. They're tired before the game, they're just for skill today. It's a couple of other people that need to thank. The Sarah's Club and the club that enjoyed the training us all year, especially the supporters club and giving us all the gear and stuff. I can thank them. I'd also like to thank Thurles Sarsfields because we've trained with them since we were 8, 9, 10, all the way up. And so without them we wouldn't have the basic skills and the character that we showed on the pitch there today. And I'd like to thank Thurles Sarsfields. I'd like to give them a round of applause. And so the Ballingarry lads, I lost a couple of county finals myself, like I know it's a terrible to lose them, lads. I know the feeling, it's rotten. I'd just like to say to you lads, you're a very young team. You'll be there again next year, lads, so hopefully you build on the experience you got in this county final. Young players, especially, I'd like to give them 3 cheers. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Now we have the presentation of the Man of the Match Award. This is sponsored by John Quirk, the jeweller and Pear, and the winner of the Man of the Match for the minor county final is Sarsfields number 12, Owen O'Dwyer. Now call on Barry O'Brien to present the Man of the Match Award.
There's news angle. Come on, Chad.